Oh man, so listen boy, the JBP got the social media streets jumping today. It's a lot of things going on, a couple different topics, but this video right here we're going to be focusing on one, and that is a crazy back and forth between Marc Lamont Hill and Queenz Flip. Now everything started when they started to talk about the money. Y'all know get funny when they talk about the money. Now Jawan was on the show and he asked a question that made things get a little bit contentious between the cast. Alright, so let's see this right here. Need to mind you, there will be a still image on the screen.
You said what?
Who deserves the least?
I'm not doing that.
See
that's not come back. I ain't never doing that. That's that Jawan. I ain't never. It's not my job. I'm not the ball. I don't do the police work. I'm just saying.
If you were Joe and Ian was your partner,
I don't do the police. No, it's not Joe. I don't decide it. It's Ian.
Well, if you and Ian were partners,
that's that smooth right there. It's Ian.
That's the bullshit. He CC'd on the emails.
You can't even ask that because some people bring their fan bases here. Some people, I'm new, so it's like people always like what they see new. You know what I mean? It would have to be a longer time of me being here and shit like that. Now, that's what I'm saying. Whatever. If they brought Mark up here to be the smart nigga, you do very well at being a smart nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that's how I go. And then,
and they bring you to be the funny nigga.
If you couldn't possibly say, this person deserves the least, this person deserves the more.
I'm not scared of you, nigga.
Because every piece of this.
I ain't scared of you neither.
Let's talk about it.
What you want to talk about, Flip?
Hey, you ain't.
Mona's talking. Why don't you be a team player and let Mona finish?
Here's the thing.
Why don't you let Mona finish? She was making an important point. Please finish, Mona.
I'm gonna ball these feet up.
I apologize, Mona. I apologize, Mona. Go ahead.
That's all I'm saying.
You always stepping on people, man.
I apologize, Mona. Go ahead, girl.
Flip. Listen, you're all right with me. What I'm saying is,
all right, so they talking about the money. Y'all know a couple months ago, the news came out with how much money that Joe Budden was making. So y'all know at that point in time, you can't even control it. You're gonna start counting pockets. And if you on that cast, you're gonna try to figure out how you fit into that equation. Like, okay, you making that much, then shit, if we cross the and multiply the, you know, where do I line up in this whole equation? All right, so that naturally brings competition between the folks that's in the cast, and they say certain things, and I don't think it's like, you know, blatantly intentional. I don't think so, but it just might be. All right, so within that whole back and forth, you seen that Mark said something, and I don't know if he was trying to allude to saying they brought you in, Mona, to be the funny person, and then saying they brought Flip into and then cut himself off while Mona was still talking. I don't know if he was gonna say something spicy or he was gonna say, damn, I said you the funny person, they brought Flip in, he's a funny person too, so I gotta go ahead and show love to Flip because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, you're the funny person and he's not funny. I don't know, maybe I'm speaking too much for him, but who knows what he was alluding to, and Flip seemed like he found that to be a little bit of a jab. And so Flip started to pipe up, and then Mark was trying to calm him down with a little bit more, you know, tongue-in-cheek jokes. Who knows? But things hit another speed. Okay, so correction. I'm hearing this is what was said first that led to the Jawan question.
Thank you.
We
don't expect it.
Then he get behind the scenes and say shit like, if Flip or Monty is paid less, I'll take it.
What?
If you're gonna pay somebody,
who said that?
I'll take.
That's not what I said. What I said was, I need more, and whatever it takes to get us there, I'm willing to accept. Wait.
Hold up now. What are we talking about?
All right, so they say in the comment section, they say, if this what made Flip crash out, understand. It says the crash out was a few minutes later, but it stand from this, Flip started talking about how he would take a pay cut from everyone else, and Mark deflecting by pretending the word sucker triggered him. He knew he can get out of the situation by making Flip engage with him on a rah-rah level instead of continuing to discuss the point that Flip was making, which was painting Mark as a selfish climber. Someone said that's the funny part, Flip never actually crashed out, it was all Mark. Well, let's get to it.
Okay, thank you. Because I don't want people will hear that and think I do that.
Well, I don't know if you do it, but I
have any reason to think I do that?
I don't know.
Do you have any reason to think I do that? Is what I said.
Because you just said that. You said you cracking a joke with Joe. Like, oh,
Did you crack a joke with Joe?
I don't know. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, go ahead.
This is what I'm trying to tell you.
I think the people need to see this show.
Hey, you got.
Guess what? It's going out.
It's going out.
And what's the difference between what we did last week?
Just want to care about what people shouldn't see, then shut up.
Then don't say it.
This is going out.
I'm comfortable with everything I'm saying.
Okay. This going right out.
I love you, Flip.
I love you too.
FedEx too.
But no, I don't backbite. As a matter of fact,
next to it, separate shit.
UPS, here's the tracking link.
As a matter of fact, you know I don't, because whatever you've ever told me, you know ain't never come out, and whatever ever happened that I witnessed to, I ain't never said shit about.
Yeah, like
even
what?
when
We kept your secrets, nigga.
I'm not gonna say it because then I have to say it.
Yeah, we kept your secrets.
That's all I'm gonna say.
What secrets?
And can't nobody up here say nothing different.
What secrets?
We kept your secrets, boy.
What secrets?
We know your secrets.
I'll tell you off air. I'm not even going to allude to it on
That's
because I don't move that way.
See, this is loyal.
That's not loyal.
Not that shit you do. This lawyer ain't gonna blow you up in front of millions, nigga.
Please, what you talking about?
No, and to be clear for the ones, it ain't nothing personal. It ain't about Flip's personal life. I don't want to make it sound like that because I want people to think.
Oh, you talking about anything that I tell you, niggas? Anything that happened, I can talk about.
And it's for you to talk about. What I'm saying is I won't.
So anything that I'm saying, I won't. So if you allude to it, because you say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't. I say regular words that's tricky to you.
Tricky words, funny as shit.
That's another thing you do.
Alright, so right there, we gotta just straight up say it. Right there, Marc Lamont Hill is asking for the smoke. Whatever you got to bring to the table, Queenz Flip, go ahead and bring it because I'm asking for it at that moment, at that point in time. Marc Lamont Hill understands that he is the smart guy in the room. He knows that people feel intellectually inferior around him. He knows that. And with that knowledge, sometimes to make people feel like, you know, to unarm folks, you gotta sometimes tread carefully. You gotta tread carefully. But if a nigga is in the middle of expressing himself saying you are condescending with the way that you speak, meaning you put us down, you're patronizing with the way that you talk to some folks, and then you say, I don't say tricky words, they're tricky to you, that's letting me know, man, I don't give a fuck how you feel. Feel even worse, fuck, nigga, let's get to it. That's crazy. That's crazy. So he's asking for that energy. He's asking for that energy. Alright? Because at this point in time right now, Marc Lamont Hill is like, okay, you feel intellectually inferior to me, okay, bet. So now to even the playing field, you are trying to be aggressive with the energy towards me to win this fight. But it doesn't matter what level, what field, court, have you want to play it, I will go ahead and as a man stand up to you and go toe to toe with you on any level, because I'm pretty sure as an intellectual, how he feels, how he comes off as an intellectual, he feels he has to hold his own weight in certain rooms because people are going to try to knock him down to their level to be able to compete with them. And it's tough when you got these mics. If you can't kill someone with words, then you're going to kill them with energy that you use to say those words. All right, so that's what's going on. That's my perspective. And the whole time, Joe back there enjoying the shit because you have different perspectives clashing, and that's the beauty that comes with Marc on this show, because when you used to have just the perspective of, guys that thought the same way, you have someone else that's coming into the mix that brings much more of a contentious possibility of a back and forth between these folks, So let me go ahead and bring it back a little bit more and then continue listening. My bad. If you want to see the full thing without interruptions, go to the Joe Budden Patreon.
It ain't nothing personal. It ain't about Flip's personal life. I don't want to make it sound like that because I want people to think.
Oh, you talking about anything that I tell you, niggas? Anything that happened, I can talk about.
And it's for you to talk about. What I'm saying is I won't.
So anything that I'm saying, I won't. So if you allude to it, because you say a lot of tricky words.
No, I don't. I say regular words that's tricky to you.
Tricky words, funny as shit.
That's another thing you do, right? Like, my nigga, you the busiest man in the world. You spend 1,000 hours trying to communicate and speak to people to be accepted by people that this community, that this nigga built through the community. I don't need to do that.
That's our job.
Nigga. I believe in myself.
That's
and I believe
our
in
job.
what I do. Our job is to come up here and work and show and put our best foot forward.
And that's what I do.
That's our job. Plus, do other shit behind the scenes.
You mean like promote the show?
To try to win favor. You try to win favors.
You mean like fan engagement?
You try to win favors.
All right,
period. To me, you try to win favors
with the fans.
And then on top of that, even if you do win favors,
they're our audience.
Even if you do win favors, you try to point out everything else that nobody do. That's sucker shit to me.
When do I do that?
You try to point out.
Don't call me a sucker no more. 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 Don't call me a sucker no more.
That's sucker shit. I'm not calling you out saying that's sucker shit. I can take that.
Hey, now once again, if you just seen a still image or haven't seen this, and just here for my reaction, but right now Marc Lamont Hill bobbing the head, talking with a lot of aggression in response to Flip, trying to give off some energy. He just told that boy for calling me a sucker type shit. So okay.
I'm saying that's sucker shit. You not a sucker, but that's
and I'm telling you, you say that sucker shit, I take it like you saying it to me. So I'm saying
what I'm saying.
Let's do this. Let's both calm down. No.
Stop doing that.
No, I'm saying let's both calm down.
If you talk behind the scenes,
let's both calm down. now. Because I'm telling you right now, the way you talking to me, I'm taking a different way. So let's both calm down.
Yeah, Joe in the background saying, I don't care, put it all out.
To me, I'm taking a different way. So let's both calm down.
So what does that mean, though?
I'm saying let's talk like brothers.
You don't gotta say that.
I'm saying
because what you
and you ain't gotta say that sucker shit. So I'm saying let's
You're not a sucker, but I said the behavior.
Then we good.
To me.
Then we good. Then we good. Now let's get back to the show.
But that's why you saying that?
Because when you say that sucker shit, I take that as disrespectful.
It's crazy though, because I done been there as Flip before. You know, in the past, I done called a chick that I was dealing with saying, man, you acting like a bitch right now. But, you calling me a bitch? No, I ain't saying you a bitch. I'm saying you're acting like a bitch. I ain't call you a bitch, but yeah, I know how that shit go, my boy.
And I take that as to me. So I'm trying to tell you.
But there's a lot of shit you say to niggas that we take disrespectful, but for
and there's a lot of shit you say that I take disrespectful. Nigga, I'm not gonna talk about it on air because I'm not you.
I'm afraid.
So at the end of the day, I'm not you. This is what you do, and then I'm gonna leave the shit alone. No, fuck that. No, Imani, I'm not potting. I'm not potting. I know. Nigga, nigga, don't say it. What the fuck is you doing? Nigga, are we talking or we potting?
Alright, at this point in time right now, once again, if you just watching still image and you haven't seen the full visuals, whole thing on Joe Budden Patreon if y'all want to go see this thing. But listen, Queenz Flip stood up out of seat. So Marc Lamont here like, okay, we got that energy, we taking it to this next level. I'm gonna meet you right there. Don't fucking stand up. Okay, what's up? What's up with it? It's crazy.
We can talk outside or we can pod. Then let's talk outside.
Marc and Flip.
No, don't that.
Marc and Flip. It's not.
No, every time you get mad, you talk to niggas like they pussy and they not.
I didn't call you pussy.
No, you call me sucker. That's the same shit. Let's talk outside.
Stop, Marc.
I'm not trying to draw. Let's just talk outside.
We can't talk outside.
They can talk outside.
They can't talk outside. No, y'all can talk outside. No, y'all.
I'm talking to outside.
Not outside. You're not in this hallway. Not in this hallway. You're not. Yeah, y'all take that shit up to a project block or somewhere. Yeah. What are y'all talking about?
So let's pod. That's what I said. This is all dumb shit. If we pod, no, we. Exactly. Let's pod.
Y'all can't scare my new.
Joe just loving all of this, bro. Y'all, Joe loving all this, man. All right. So my thoughts on the situation, dog. Now, I got said earlier. I think Flip may feel intellectually inferior and trying to overcompensate with aggression, and Marc Lamont Hill meeting him right there. But I've seen this before when it comes to that. I've seen people say things like, "Oh, why is Marc Lamont Hill even on this podcast? Because he's way smarter than them. They too stupid for him to talk to X, Y, and Z." I hate that way of thinking. If Marc Lamont Hill cares about black folks and he knows this is a place where a lot of black people congregate weekly or multiple times in 1 week just to hear conversations, if you feel like you have a lot of great perspective to deliver to a mass amount of black people, why not go ahead and challenge yourself and challenge the people that's on the platform with your perspective to expand the minds of the folks that's listening and in the room? That's the smartest thing to do. The dumbest thing to do would be to say, oh, that's uncomfortable for me to challenge them, or to go and try to see if I can speak to someone that doesn't think like me and just go ahead and revert back to my echo chamber where I feel safe because I want everyone to think just like me and I don't want to go ahead and challenge no one. That's selfish thinking in my opinion. In my opinion, that's selfish thinking. When he goes to different platforms or different panels where maybe people that don't think like him at all, he may be sitting with the weirdo nigga in the UK. I can't think of his name right now. I think that's important to go ahead and put perspective out there and let people make their own decision. Yes, the host may be intellectually or dishonest in the way they're speaking or disingenuous in the way that they are, fielding your answers to their questions. I get that, but the smart folks out there, they are able to go ahead and pick out, or at least they're hearing difference. And when they finally grow, they'll revert back to what they heard before and be like, oh, that dude was on to something. Oh, now I could see things from a different way. I just fuck with that. I just fuck with that. And I think it's stupid to say that he shouldn't go on the platform. That's actually dumb to say that he shouldn't go on the platform where people think differently from him. That's dumb. You will never grow if you only want to hear the same thing, the same old shit over and over again. You will never grow that way. Never. All right, so that's one thought. Now, Marc Lamont Hill has to credit himself because I want to tap into what Queenz Flip is saying as far as Like, you know, calling him a brown noser, like, okay, he's doing extra things to gain favor, whether it's with the audience or Joe Budden and things of that sort. But Marc Lamont Hill, I'm pretty sure he wants to gain favor with the audience. I see him all the time in Twitter spaces and things like that, or if something happens on the platform, he may go to his own platform and speak on it and talk about it there. And I think that's just smart as hell to do. This is a huge platform with a lot of different people there, so you want to go ahead and try to engage with that huge audience. And once again, if you have two interests, if that's just to grow, it's smart to go ahead and speak to them people and try to touch the people, kiss the babies, or whatever you want to say. Or if you want to just go ahead and feed that people the knowledge, if that's your purpose, then you talk to the people. You know, you show that you're relatable, or you show that you don't mind congregating with them. That's smart. There's nothing wrong with that. But on the other hand, if what Flip is saying is true as far as him trying to get in cool with Joe, Ian, or whomever called the shots for the JBP, if that is true, and he throwing salt on the other niggas or the other people that's around on the cast, that's kind of crazy. But I would not be surprised if he was moving that way, because niggas do that shit in this industry. They do it. I'm not saying it's right, but they do it, bruh. And Flip may want to downplay and say, "Yo, I don't have to use this platform because I got my own thing going on." Woody woo. I think that's bullshit, because if you was just focused on your own thing, then you wouldn't have ever came on the platform, period. But you saw that was a chance to get money and a chance to grow. Because I know Joe on his own said, man, when he got Flip on the show, he wants to see someone expand beyond just that couch. So I know Flip sees that as well, sees the opportunity. If he doesn't see the opportunity to go ahead and access that audience and use that audience to also get more viewers to your own thing outside this shit and grow as well, if that's not your purpose or not within your plan, then what you're doing, that doesn't make any sense. So he's being disingenuous when he said that shit, in my opinion. But I just said it to say these niggas may want to downplay it, but it's competition on that damn platform. Every month or so, I think Joe Budden has a Twitter community where they do this Potter of the Month awards shit. And I think Marc Lamont Hill, when he first came on, he was winning that shit back to back to back for a little minute. I don't know if it was when he was first came on, but at some point in time, he was winning it back to back to back. And nigga, I'ma tell y'all right now, niggas be about to fight over Uno. Niggas be about to throw hands over Uno. So imagine the amount of money. This is actual job. Of course niggas gonna be feeling some type of animosity. Even if they want to downplay that shit, they gonna feel some type of animosity if they see someone is getting favor instead of them, and they feel like they may deserve it, or that person is going is using dishonest means to get that favor from either the bosses or the fans or whatever. They gonna feel some type of way because it's money involved, it's status involved, and sooner or later, that shit is going to come to the surface in a very contentious way if it's not managed properly. As far as those egos, and this is entertainment. Joe Budden ain't trying to pull back no fire from erupting on his show. He wants that shit. You heard that, boy? He wants that shit. And that goes back into what I was saying as far as the unique thing, the smart thing from a production standpoint, as far as inviting Marc Lamont Hill onto the platform, because that brings a different perspective that's not the usual Ish take, the usual Ice take, the usual Joe take, or the Queenz Flip take right there. You have a different man that's coming from a person that tries to, reason with ladies, or also try to reason with academia, more intellectual people, or people that focus. Not saying that anyone on the platform isn't an intellectual. Some people step first forward when it comes to culture or streetwise in the way that they approach topics. His first foot forward when he approached the topic is from an intellectual basis. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying those guys aren't smart as well in their own right, or the way that they project the message. You feel me? I'm not saying that at all. But coming from that perspective and bringing that to the show, it leads to explosive moments, because you are bound to have people with different opinions speaking. Now, what can become annoying to the audience members is when someone, let's go ahead and just say it, like Melissa Ford. I'm not sure how much she did on her own platforms outside this shit or whatever, but when you know that you have a different perspective and you are there to voice and debate and spread your words, your message, or have a conversation, and people aren't going to agree with you, and you cry foul or play victim because people aren't choosing your side, or you feel bullied or X1, that right there for the audience, they not gonna fuck with. They're not gonna fuck with. But if you come, you ready to have your conversation, you have your position, your stance, and you ready to go toe to toe, you ain't gotta agree with me, but that's how I feel about this, and I'm gonna stand on my point, and you move away from that shit, and we do our thing from that point, then it's cool. Let me see what some folks saying. Let me see a little comments, let me see. They say he do be on sucker shit though, stop talking to Cole like a bitch. So they talking about Mark. They say this was Flip right here.
Now you're being condescending. See, you've been warned, all right? Let's move forward amicably.
Okay, well, so check this out. Though. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
Okay, see, now you found yourself a nigga. You was looking for a nigga? Nigga here now.
Hey, that's how it all went. That's exactly how it all went. Sucker shouldn't elicit this type of response from a grown man. Mark need more of that therapy that he be saying the rest of the chat needs. They say Mark says disrespectful shit constantly, especially to Flip, but when Flip says that sucker shit, Mark flares up. I'm not gonna act like Flip isn't wildly annoying, but something's off about Mark, and I promise you Mark would never do this to Imani. I know what kind of man he is. Mark is doing that because he feels like, you know, they're trying to challenge his manhood. That's what it comes down to. It's just as simple as that. Y'all heard what he's saying. They saying Flip say shit to people because he think they pussy. I'm not pussy. That's what he's trying to do. Dude said the second nigga say two people almost got into a fight. I knew for a fact Mark pissed off one of these niggas. They low-key resent him for being smart. Someone says, I used to be told the true sign of intelligence is being able to speak in a way that everyone understands you. I can go around saying people are unscrupulous, or I could say they ain't got principles. Do I want the prize for knowing words? Do I want to communicate? That's true. I would say that is true. You should know how to communicate to your audience or to people for a conversation. But at the same time, some people, their vocabulary, it flows out smoothly and they're not thinking twice about trying to be condescending or patronizing with the way they speak. I'm sorry. They're not trying to do that. And then when you call them out for it, saying they are trying to be condescending, then they may take issue with that. And then actually be condescending. But alright, one person says random thought, so this is why they keep Mark remote at CNN. A smart nigga who's also willing to take this shit outside. Yeah, just hit that Zoom link, buddy. Dude says, okay, I understand what Flip's saying, because some niggas who smart be trying to downplay others who they think is on their level. And then some blacks in position tend to play white games to get in certain positions, even if it costs them their integrity. Oh yeah, this business world is nasty. Like, that's some shit y'all heard before. I did not say it's not like that. And I didn't say Mark ain't doing all these things y'all just said. He purposely poked the bear on purpose. And if he's doing things behind the scenes, I don't know what the hell going on. He may just very well be doing that. And the shit is that nasty, and he's been in this game longer than them as far as doing corporate shit. He's been doing corporate shit, and I'm pretty sure he had to be done dirty before. So some folks, they adapt the mentality of the game that they're playing, and it's a chance. I'm not saying that he's doing this because I don't know, but it's a chance that he could be saying shit. I'ma come with the same shark mentality and kill it on this platform and eat everything in sight. But peep this. They said somebody on Reddit pointed out how Mark winked at Flip before they turned up, saying this could have been content. Look at this. Y'all see that wink right there? Alright, so y'all know how this shit go. Now I gotta play this shit with just the audio, or I may have to. Let's see.
I'm comfortable with everything I'm saying.
Okay. This going right out.
I love you.
I love you, Flip. So what y'all think? Could this all just be content? Huh. May very well be. Good content though. But y'all let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.